following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
It's the Adventures of Pipeman here on W4CY Radio, and I'm back in the studio. I can't breathe worth a shit because I was in Kentucky for 2 weeks, and their allergens are horrible, but we're going to talk about that 2 weeks because it was phenomenal. It was worth not being able to breathe or talk. We also have some new technology here where I have a floating microphone. And we'll have Juan talk about that because he is the engineer that made this happen. But meanwhile, let's bring on both of our pipe nuts. Hold on, let me do it again.
Cute.
First, I just want to start off with saying that we have our Rebel Meddler, who calls herself Studio, and then we have the what was your name, Juan? Studio Meddler or something?
It was supposed to be Studio Nut.
So you're Studio One, but you're really Studio Nut. I was gonna call you Studio Meddler. And so first thing I want to talk about and just get out of the way real quick is hashtags. So first of all, I have a question for you, Rebel.
Yes.
Do you know what an ampersand is?
Yes. Sure do.
It's a symbol. It's a symbol. What is a symbol of?
And A-N-D.
Okay, so I'm just kind of curious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I did tell you about the symbols, like symbols, spaces, punctuation can't be in hashtags, yet they were all over the place. Period is punctuation. Is that what they teach you in Louisiana?
They sure do.
Okay. But my question is, why would you ever put and the ampersand? Because you had one that was something and something. I think it was Michael Cleveland and Jason Carter, and it was one of them, and it said and ampersand in the hashtag. Can you tell me that what happened there? Was that like
I didn't realize that's all copy and pasted stuff, right?
No, you shouldn't have been copy and pasting. That wouldn't have been copy and paste because nowhere in any of the files did it have that. So why else would you put and an ampersand? I'm just curious. Is that how Louisiana does it? It's like it's so slow you got to put both of them?
No. It's that important that you have to.
What?
It's just that important you have to have both.
Well, I guess so. But it doesn't work for hashtags. But yeah, there goes back to now you brought something up. I was going to let it go at that. But now you brought something up about the copy and paste. How many times have I said not to be a robot? You can't just copy and paste. But there was stuff.
If you give somebody something and say, this is how it's supposed to be. So
no, I said, put the band name in. So what did you do? You copied
the band name from the thing and pasted it.
Yeah, but you don't look at it. Like, listen, the thing is in copy and pasting, when I copy and paste, I still look at what I'm pasting. So when I see something like that is part of the rest of the sentence and it's not the band name, which I did see, I would correct that. If I saw a period which wasn't in the band name. I would correct that. And even if it wasn't the band name, I would know. Okay, hashtags, no period. Okay, but enough about that. You did a great job, Rebel. I had to redo them all, but you did a great job.
You didn't have to redo them all.
I did. I had to redo like 75% of them, Rebel. I really did. Like everywhere I was going into it was like, oh, okay. And you did so good last time too. I gave you all kinds of praise, and that's what happens. I give you praise, and then you do this. But we love you with all of your idiosyncrasies, with all of your lack of proper education being in Louisiana.
Right. Okay.
And even with you having sex with the KKK.
Oh my God.
We still love you. Okay. So that picture behind me, that's the crowd I was in for a couple weeks. Okay. But so let's go back. Let's wind back a couple of weeks. Oh, before we do, let's go to today, because you guys, my listeners, are very special to me. That I flew back from Latter Life on no sleep early Monday morning so I could get to temple for Rosh Hashanah. And, it's kind of fun. It's not like going to church. Like we had a cocktail hour and then we had temple. It's much better to have temple after the cocktail hour, because services are just so much more fun after cocktail hour. And then we had a gourmet dinner. The shortest part of the whole thing was the service. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy about that. Okay. Because usually it's like you sit there. This is the high holy days. Okay. And I was at the Singer Island Chabad, which I recommend highly. They have services on the beach, which is cool for me. And they have like parties for Hanukkah. Last Hanukkah party, they had 700 people there. Now that's a party. But it's amazing that the rabbi, I have to give kudos. The rabbi gave me a hug when I walked in. Do you know why he gave me a hug? Let's go to Louisiana with your what you think the answer is.
To say Happy New Year.
Yes, but that's not the reason for the hug.
Bring in a brand new.
Juan, Rebel should know better than you, but let's see if you know, Juan.
Oh, I think it's been a while since you last visited, so he was just excited to see you.
That's not it either. It was because recently was the 2-year anniversary of my best bros passing away and the 1-year anniversary of my grandson passing away and the 1-year anniversary of Michelle Kerr, who is one of the greatest publicists ever in rock and metal, who was, she handled Bloodstock, and she worked in the UK. And if you look and you go check out my Bloodstock interviews, go on any podcast outlet, find it, you will find a dedication at the end of the interviews to Michelle Kerr, because Rob Flynn, who is the singer of Machine Head, he did a whole dedication. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. There's parts I left out of the dedication that I thought were really cool, but I didn't want to make the whole interview a dedication. So I just want to tell you the part. Maybe we should play the whole dedication. Can you do me a favor, Juan? Can you do a search for Machine Head dedication to Michelle Kerr at Bloodstock? And we're going to play the whole thing on the show at some point today, because I think everybody needs to hear it. But that's why he gave me a hug, because in 3 days, the 13th, 14th, and 15th were very sad days this year. And the high holy days is where you pay homage to those that have left us. So that's why the hug. But I think it was pretty cool, though. And met some new people. I actually never went to service. It's so funny. I never went to services at this Chabad. I've always saw their events. I went to their Hanukkah party years ago. And then after October 7th, which is coming up, which is a very bad day, okay, my daughter came home from Israel from Birthright, and she got involved at her school with the Chabad there because they were having protests that were very violent, and she was scared to go to school because she's a Jew. And so they welcomed her with open arms, and she arranged their Hanukkah party for the Chabad, and I went up there to join for the Hanukkah party. And it was so funny, the rabbi at the Chabad, he asked to take a selfie with me. I think that's a first for me. In all these years, I've never had a rabbi ask to take a selfie with me. And he sent it to the rabbi here on Singer Island. Now, my daughter lives up in the Panhandle, so we're talking 12 hours away. Turns out, sends it over there, tells me it's his cousin. The two rabbis are cousins. So sends them the selfie, and the rabbi, I never attended services ever there. Only a Hanukkah party years ago. He goes, oh, yeah, I know the Pipeman. He didn't really say the Pipeman, but he did know the Pipeman. And I was impressed with that. So when I got the email this time for something going on for High Holy Days, I decided, let me go check it out. And I have to give kudos because he also gave me a lot of the highest honors that at most temples you would have to pay for. Like some temples run it like a business. And if you want to do what's called an aliyah, where you get up and you say a prayer before the Torah and you touch the Torah and you say, Baruch Hu Adonai Baruch Hu Adonai Hamavarach. I can't fucking, because I'm stuffed up. I can't say anything. Jesus Christ. That's the thing. The allergens are so bad in Kentucky that I can never breathe after that, which I can't now. So you guys are lucky. I'm not going to sing the rest of it. But he, basically called me up for the first aliyah, which usually you got to be a big donor for that to happen. It's a big honor. And I was called up to read a bunch of other stuff, and it was really nice to be honored like that. The Pipeman was honored to say these special blessings for the new year. And so I want to say Lashana Tova to everybody out there. I don't care, Jew, Gentile, it doesn't matter. Because my wish for this year, that's what we did in services. And I was supposed to be in services this morning. I was there yesterday pretty much all day. And then the other night. But today I had to do the show. So I'm breaking a rule and doing a show. So this is not work, because that would be breaking a rule. Doing the show is not a problem. Well, not really supposed to use devices and electronic stuff either. But it needed to be done. Why do I think it needed to be done? Because we need to talk about love and united people all over the world, because there's too much division, too much hate, too much attacking. And at the shul, we went around and all did a toast, basically a wish of what we wanted for this year. Okay, because it's a brand new year. This is the real new year, by the way, people. This is, according to every Bible, every religion, this is when the world started, or when creation started. I don't know where January 1st came from. It probably came from Macy's. Okay, but this is the real calendar. Okay, and this is the real new year. So listen, celebrate with me. You get 2 New Years. It's great. I get to party twice a year because I get 2 New Years, and I get to make resolutions or goals twice a year, and I get good health and good cheer. Plus, we always have honey on Rosh Hashanah. Why? For a sweet year. That's what we're looking for, a sweet year, a healthy year, a prosperous year. So my wish was that we could all just stop all this bullshit and stop letting the powers that be manipulate us. And let's just all love each other for our differences, not because we're exactly the same. Let's all be on the same team, because all those politicians, they are all on the same team, and it ain't ours. I don't care what you think. They're all the same. They're two sides of the same coin, and they're all controlling us all over the world. So while we're fighting with each other, they can get done what they want to get done. And you know what I have to say about that? That's what I have to say about that. Because that shit sucks. Okay. And stop falling for it. And stop attacking your neighbors because they have a difference of opinion. Having a difference of opinion is great. That's how we learn from each other. Having differences also has to do with where you grow up, what kind of influences you have, what your career is. Not everybody has the same needs. And that's why we want a democracy, because everybody has different needs. And we're about to kill democracy by us fighting with each other. It's nobody else's fault but ours for falling for the oldest trick in the book, divide and conquer. So I say my wish for the new year is just love each other, be united, love us, our differences, stop hating each other, and start listening to others. And maybe you'll understand. And that's where it does relate to Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life and Aftershock that's coming up. Because when you go to these rock metal festivals, there are no outsiders. There is no attacking. There is no judgment. We're just one big family of a bunch of misfit outsiders that are all on the inside. And I'd rather live that way than the way we're living in the outside world. What do you think, Rebel? What's it like up there in Louisiana? You feel the same way?
I feel that your words should be true to most everyone, and that it would be a lot happier if it get.
That's right. And okay, so now we're going to go to the room next to me. How about, is it different over in that room, Juan, than it is over in my room?
Well, I think your room is a bit warmer because you're closer to. I'm not gonna say it. I don't think you believe in that, but
And we don't believe in hell.
You know, yeah, things are not where they should be right now in the world.
So let's have a Lashana Tova, a happy and sweet new year for everybody. I don't care what you are. You don't have to be a Jew, because listen, this holiday is in everybody's Bible, by the way. Christmas is not. Happy New Year's is not. But I still say Christmas is a great time to get together with family and friends and just love each other, no matter who you are. Even in Jewish religion, we are taught we shouldn't celebrate Christmas in our own house, but we should definitely go to our neighbors and celebrate Christmas with them.
So there are loopholes.
It's not loopholes. It's more of, instead of dividing everybody, it's like, hey, it's not our thing, but it's okay for us to enjoy your thing. Like, it's okay for us to be different. It's okay for us to celebrate different things. It's okay for us to like different things.
Well, I think there is some type of positive in embracing each other's differences. You know, for example, for me, I get 3 New Years: the Jewish New Year, the regular New Year, and the Chinese New Year.
I'm down with that one too. I like that one because those have fun parades.
Okey-dokey then.
Well, they do. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably better than Mardi Gras, Rebel.
Probably, maybe.
Well,
Better than Marty.
you know, you cannot get beads at a.
You know what I'm finding out, Juan, is this background that I picked for today, it doesn't work so well. It looks like I am burning in hell. Like every time I move, I'm getting on fire. I probably am too.
Well, it's the virtual background trying to figure out which one's a real person and which one's a picture.
Oh, man. But I had so much fun there in Louisville, Kentucky. And for a New York, New Jersey Italian Jew to say that says a lot. kudos to DWP, Danny Wimmer Presents, man, because they really know how to put on a festival. You know, in over 3,000 interviews, 16 years of doing their festivals, I ask one question in almost every interview: how does Danny Wimmer treat you as an artist? And 100% of the time, 100% of the time is always been a positive answer. And you can't say that about most festivals. I can tell you right now. When they talk about the promoter of the festival, it's not usually like that. So, in honor of the new year, here's what I present to Danny Wimmer for having the best festivals in the United States. And there's actually, believe it or not, there is a reason I have the kazoo. First of all, the kazoo was given to me by a band member at Incarceration, another Danny Wimmer festival. But on Rosh Hashanah, we blow the shofar. And this kind of sounds almost like the shofar, except the shofar is a ram's horn. For real, a real one. Okay. And, you know, you got to do like the stuff like this, like.
I think we can do better than that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not supposed to sound like that. Okay. Maybe if you can find a shofar sound. Okay. It's really hard to blow the shofar too. And the rabbi was really, really good at it. You know, but what I loved about the rabbi too is he just had so many positive things to say. I love when rabbis are kind of like motivational speakers instead of "you're gonna burn in hell if you
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would a rabbi say you're going to burn in hell if you don't believe in hell?
Exactly. Rabbis wouldn't do that. Hey, that's the whole point. Except me. I'm burning in hell right now. Okay. And I want to show everybody my shirt. It says, "You don't scare me," or something like that. Or something like, "I don't get scared." I don't know. Let's see. "You can't scare me." There it is. "You can't scare me." Why? My daughter gave this to me. I have 3 daughters. That's what it says. "You can't scare me. I have 3 daughters." And no words are more true. My daughter, Rachel, she got this shirt for me. And man, words couldn't be truer. Okay. It's pretty scary in this world having 3 daughters. It's scary for me, and it's scary for every guy that walks the face of the earth too. Whoa, there it is. Look at that. We're blowing the shofar right on the Adventures of Pipeman. It is the high holy days, so I'm not going to talk about my OnlyFans or anything like that, or the Groupon. We can't do that on high holy days. I can't even have sex on the high holy days, so it kind of sucks. What? Yeah, you can have sex on the high holy days.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because well, you read the Bible. Why? Okay, because you're supposed to like basically. You're not supposed to do anything like that. Because I don't know. Because you're not supposed to do anything, really, especially Yom Kippur coming up. Like that, I would definitely not do a show on Yom Kippur for sure. But I am going to be breaking the rules because I'm going to be at Aftershock for Yom Kippur. Shh, don't tell the rabbi, okay? But you know what? All my life, like when I was in the investment business and I used to take off of work for Yom Kippur, bad things always happen. So I decided, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea. Like that is one of the laws. Don't work on the high holy days. You're not supposed to use modern conveniences. You're not supposed to show signs of wealth. So like so there's a trend now where people wear sneakers with their suits. And that was never the case. If you ever went to work with sneakers and your suit, oh my God, you'd be sent home. But nowadays, it's perfectly normal. They got that from the Jews because on the high holy days, you can't wear leather soles because that's a sign of wealth. So you can't wear dress shoes unless they have a rubber sole. So most people wear sneakers to shul with a suit. So now it's a trend. Got it from the Jews. There you go. Thank you. You can thank the Jews for your comfort when you go to work in a professional setting.
Nice.
Okay. And so basically, there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't use a computer. You can't use a webcam. Can't use
Or
a mic.
anything else electronic. Just go there.
Basically, everything operating this show you cannot use. Okay. You're not supposed to drive either. You're supposed to, like lights too. You can't turn the lights on and off. You just keep them on the whole time, or keep them off the whole time. But I think on is probably better. Okay. Anything that's, start something, like you can't use a lighter. So for all you people that are stoners out there, you can't be smoking your blunts during the holy days unless, okay, because it did come from God, okay, unless you use matches. So go find yourself some matches. You want to be a stoner on the high holy days, go find some matches. Don't use your lighter. Not allowed to use the lighter. So I could give you all these rules. There's a lot of rules, okay, for the high holy days. It really kind of, Yom Kippur, you go to temple for 25 hours, you fast for 25 hours, and basically you sit in temple with servant. Oh my God, it's like you can't have anything or do anything. And yeah, like, I don't know. I want to have sex during the high holy days. Maybe I'm going to talk to God and find out if he can, like, just make it Yom Kippur, okay? And like Rosh Hashanah, I can celebrate the new year by having sex. But what's going to suck is I'm going to be at a music festival and I won't be able to have sex. That's terrible. Well, isn't that what music festivals are for, Rebel?
Not always.
Oh,
I mean, it can happen. Don't
I
get
was,
me wrong. But
I was mistaken, man. So yeah, Bourbon and Beyond, we did like I did like 31 or 32 interviews. You're gonna have to check out. Some are published, some are in the works. And then Louder in Life, I did like 41 interviews. So if you take the past 3 festivals on the Pipeman Radio Tour, all less than a month's time, you're talking about 47 plus 41 is 88 plus 30, 108 plus 3, 111. So make a wish. Oh no, that's 1111. So when I get to 1,111, make a wish. Okay. That might happen at Aftershock coming up. I'm very excited too, because Aftershock for the first year ever is not on my birthday weekend. And I'm excited about that because usually I like it on my birthday weekend, but my brother's mother is turning 90. And so we're having a big, like, I don't know, our own festival for her 90th birthday on that weekend that would normally be Aftershock. So let's recap. Forget the Rosh Hashanah stuff for now. Let's recap what happened at Bourbon and Beyond, what happened at Louder Than Life, because there was some great stuff. Rebel, you missed a lot. Just saying. Okay. One of the things that you missed is, for the first time ever in 18 years, I had somebody that would peak the mic more than me, like was louder than me. Like I literally during the interview pulled the mic away from his face. Normally I'm like, eat the mic. Him, it was like, put the mic in the next room, please. Okay. And that was Chan from the Blues Traveler. One of my favorite interviews ever. I love that band. They were so good. And they were on tour with the Spin Doctors and Gin Blossoms. So what was cool is they all played the same day at Bourbon and Beyond, and they all got together in each other's sets to play songs together. I love when that happens. It's way cool. Okay. Now, we're going to play a little trivia here. And this is for my pipe nuts. We'll start with Rebel. Do you know who's the Blues Travelers are?
I've heard of the name.
Okay, Juan, how about you?
No idea.
He's Googling and he couldn't Google it quick enough that he had to say, I have no idea. One of the John Popper, the lead singer, is also one of the greatest harmonica players of all time. He wears sometimes a vest with like 10 million harmonicas. He's known for throwing them out to the crowd too. So if you've never heard the Blues Traveler, they're a jam band. We had Fish. Fish was funny, okay? Like, because we went to Fish, and okay, let's look at the Louisiana education now. Rebel, how do you spell the band name Fish? And she did do some uploads, so we'll find out if she was just being a robot or paying attention, or how her education system has worked for her. Go ahead, Rebel.
Not even going to play this game with you.
Come on, you don't know how to spell fish? It's a small word.
It's not like the kind that swims. Just saying.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100%.
Maybe I'm playing a trick on you.
I'm 100%.
What about you, Juan? Do you know how to spell fish? Stop Googling. I see your
This
hand.
is not the what is it called? Hootie and the Blowfish one?
No, it's
this
not.
is the new one, right? So
They're just
is
fish.
is this the PH one or the?
Yes, that's
There's
correct.
another one. So PHISH.
It's kind of like the Grateful Dead, but fish. It's dead fish instead. I don't know, but seriously though, the deadheads are called deadheads. People into fish are called fish heads. I don't know. I think fish head's a little stinkier. Which is stinkier, a fish head or a deadhead? That's what I want to know.
I mean, a fish head would be a deadhead, wouldn't it?
Well, right, but it depends on what level and how long it's been there. So
here's what I want to tell you happened during Fish, okay? So Fish is like the only band that brings their own light stuff to a festival. Why? Because the lights are what make the music good. Okay? Because of the things you can see in those lights when you're doing hallucinogenic drugs.
Oh,
now, well, because that's what they do at a dead show, at a Fish show. So I got to tell you, it was so funny being somebody that is not on them, but understanding what's going on. So first of all, the Pipeman was very excited about Slayer playing it louder than life. So that during the Fish set, which the Fish, Fish is like psychedelic rock that is very mellow. And in the middle of two songs, I yelled out real loud, "Fucking Slayer!" I don't think it went over too well there. Usually I do that and everybody's like repeating it back to me. Not one person repeated it back to me at Fish. I don't even think they knew what was going on at the time. But I kept talking to my friends, telling them that I wanted to start a mosh pit at Fish. Now that wouldn't go over too well. But let me tell you what happened like a couple hours into their set, because their set is like 3 hours. And there's a reason for that, because when you take hallucinogenics, it takes about 20 minutes for them to kick in. And it takes about 2 hours for you to start peaking. So if you only had like an hour set, it's not long enough to get the full effect of a dead show, Fish show, or any other band like that. Okay. So basically, I was watching these people doing their LSD dance, their mushroom dance, okay? And I swear to God, I was watching them like, oh my God, it looks like they're all in a mosh pit that doesn't touch anybody. That's what it looked like to me. It's like there's all these people, but nobody's touching each other, but they look like they're kind of moshing, but they're just not touching each other.
Not touching you. I'm not touching you.
I know, like, so I think that's like the most non-violent mosh pit you could be in. So I vote mosh pits for Fish. There it is.
Use the force.
That's going to be part of my campaign for 2028 if we still have voting rights at that time. But so I also, or because the fact that I'm a Jew and I might get expelled or something like that. I don't know. So I just want to say something too, that There were some other great bands. You got Spin Doctors. Okay, name a song by Gin Blossoms, Rebel. Oh my God, you don't know shit about music, do you?
Not all of it, no.
Okay, Juan.
I
He's
have no
already
idea
been
who that is.
Googling before I asked the question because he knows it's coming. Okay. There's a song called Hey Jealousy. I bet you both know it. Go listen to it after the show. Or just pull it up on your phone or something right now and interrupt the show. I don't care. Okay. But they were really good. There was a lot of really good bands. But here was the highlight for me, okay, of Bourbon and Beyond. And it's really funny because, okay, so I have these Aussie glasses that I originally called John Lang glasses that I freaking broke at Bourbon and Beyond. You know how I broke them? I'm so bummed. So all my listeners, I'm going to give you a chance to win tickets to Aftershock. Get me some new Aussie glasses. Send them to me. I need new Aussie glasses because when I was interviewing Neil Giraldo, okay, more trivia before I answer that. Rebel, do you know who Neil Giraldo is? I don't expect Juan to know because he wouldn't know. Go ahead.
Don't know.
He's Pat Benatar's husband and longtime musical partner, and now they go by Benatar and Giraldo, not Pat Benatar. So they played at Bourbon Beyond. Yeah, do some freaking research before you come on the show, Rebel. You know I'm going to do this to you.
But
Do
it's so
some
fun just to let you do it.
I know, right? So basically, I interviewed him. He was the nicest guy in the world, okay? And it was so funny during the interview. We didn't really talk about Pat much because we were talking, he has some bourbon, some cool bourbon, and he does stuff for helping kids. So you got to check it out. But he calls her Patricia. It was so cool. Like he was calling her Patricia. The first time he said it, I was like, who's Patricia in my head? And it took me like a second. I'm like, oh, duh, what an idiot. Okay. But so what was I going to ask, Rebel? Why did I bring up Neil?
It was really cool to interview.
No, before what I was saying before about the interview, about
Broke
what I was saying.
glasses.
Yes. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure you were paying attention, Rebel, because sometimes I'm not really sure. But yes, so what I did is I had the headphones on and I pulled the glasses and I hear snap. And I'm like, screw me, man. I broke them during the interview. They do have some green tape on them to match my Jeep, though. So maybe, but I need it on both sides so I could be fully geeked out. Okay. But please send me some new Aussie glasses and I'll enter you to win tickets to Aftershock. Not you, Rebel. You can't go. Okay. Unless you do some research and actually know who the people are. Okay.
They probably have signs, no rebel meddlers allowed.
That's right.
Can
they
you
do.
name one band playing at Aftershock, Rebel?
You know that good one that's playing.
Yeah. You're on my station, supposed to be promoting this crap, and you don't even know. Can you do me a favor, Juan? Can you play the Aftershock commercial so she can get a clue, please? Dude.
Aftershock Festival returns to Sacramento for its biggest year yet with Blink-182, Deftones, Korn, Bring Me the Horizon, plus A Perfect Circle, Bad Omens, Rob Zombie, Good Charlotte, Turnstile, Gojira, Marilyn Manson, Knock Loose, 3 Days Grace, and so many more. Aftershock, October 2nd to 5th at Discovery Park in Sacramento. Passes are on sale now at AftershockFestival.com.
Passes are being given away now on the Adventures of Pipeman. Just go to my socials, hit me up, and you'll be entered to win. Got a better chance of winning if you send me some Aussie glasses, though. Just saying. Okay. But, all right. So, Bourbon and Beyond. Okay. The highlight for me was, so this year I think it's because I changed my hair. Okay. And I'm positive of it now. But this year, I've gotten like 6 times, including at Bourbon and Beyond. You know who you look like? And I always get like different people. Like I get, it's like a trend. Like one year it'll be this person, another year it'll be this person. They're like a young Ringo Starr. Okay, so now we have another trivia question. We're going to start with Studio Nut this time.
Okay.
Who is Ringo Starr?
No idea.
Oh my God. Oh my, that
Before my time?
no wonder. No, he's only from like the biggest rock band that ever lived. How kids today cannot know who it is beyond me. Okay, Rebel, I am almost confident, that you actually know the answer to this question. And I will give you a hint. His real name is Richard Starkey. That wasn't a good enough hint for you? Do you really not know who Ringo Starr is, Rebel?
I think I do know who he is.
Okay. Can you tell us who it is, please?
No.
Come on.
No.
Why?
If I'm wrong, you're
He
just
was
gonna...
a singer. Was he a singer or a...
He sings, but he's not known for being a singer. Come on, Rebel. You have to answer or you're fired.
Oh, darn. Okay, so was he from the Monkees?
You're just fucking with me now. I know that.
Yes, of course.
Because you went. The Monkees weren't even a real band. Do you know that? You don't know about this, Juan, but the Monkees, they became a real band. They were a manufactured band for a TV show. And then they became like a real band. Okay.
Awesome. What are you talking about?
Okay. So here's another
That's
trivia
comedy.
question. Time for you to redeem yourself.
Right.
Who on a TV show was in love with Davy Jones from the Monkees?
Oh,
What?
how many women wasn't? Oh, you
No,
know,
it
every
was
woman
specifically part of a TV show.
part of a TV show.
Marsha.
Oh God.
Yes. Marsha Brady was fangirling out on Davy Jones. Okay.
Oh, I thought
But-
people fangirled out on Davy. I like
So,
making myself.
It's the Beatles.
I know.
Like everybody should know the Beatles. Okay. He was the drummer of the Beatles. He
saw
wasn't
me
the
do that.
original drummer. The original was Pete Best. But if it weren't for Ringo Starr, the Beatles would probably never be where they are today. He was considered one of the greatest drummers. And little tidbit about the Pipeman. I played drums for 9 years, and it was because of Ringo Starr of the Beatles and Peter Criss of Kiss. So this was a bucket moment for me. Like Ringo Starr and his all-star band played at Bourbon and Beyond. I didn't even care if he would have sucked. I was so excited about this. But basically, 6 times this year, people have been telling me I look like Ringo Starr. And I didn't really think about it. And then I saw him on stage. And I have a video of it. I'm like, holy shit. Spot on. Like I could be a twin. It's uncanny. He looked phenomenal. He's in his mid-80s, and he looked like he was like in his 50s. Okay. He also was running around on stage and doing jumping jacks, mid-80s. Now he does, to your point, Juan, he does sing some songs. He's wrote songs when he was in the Beatles, I sang, but he's really known to be one of the most amazing drummers that ever walked the face of the earth. But let me tell you, oh my God, best set of the whole Bourbon and Beyond. It was so good. It was so good. I was shocked. You know, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. And it was phenomenal. So there's my highlight from that. Now let's go to Louder in Life because we're running out of time. What else is new? So let's switch gears. And here we go to Louder Than Life. All right, so Louder Than Life. I was really excited about the first night because last year, Louder Than Life, Slayer got canceled. It was one of only a few festivals that are doing after a 5-year being retired. And I went to Riot Fest and saw them. I went to Aftershock and saw them. But Louder Than Life, I was sitting out in the parking lot in a tornado, just hoping that something would happen better. And then I finally called it at like 9 or 10 p.m. And they're like, oh, I guess they're not going to play. But they played this year. Oh, my God. And it was insane. Insane. It was so amazing. And then that night, check this out. Oh, no, it was the week before. Okay, I have a picture. So what was cool about Bourbon Beyond Layering Life this year is they switched it all up. It was much bigger. It was the venue, and right there is a place called Kentucky Kingdom, which is like a Universal. It's a amusement park. It was included with your ticket, and it probably will be next year. So if you didn't want to go see music, go to the amusement park and ride rides, or watch the music from the Ferris wheel. Except one night at Bourbon and Beyond, we had a storm. We went code red. Thank God it was code red in the middle of the night because we didn't miss anything. But there was a picture of the lightning hitting the Ferris wheel. The picture is insane. So go to my socials and you'll see the picture somewhere, okay? Because it was insane. And apparently it happens all the time. It might be time to get a lightning rod so it stops using the Ferris wheel as a lightning rod. Just saying.
Kind of race the power to the park. Are you kidding me?
Well, I think there's a point of not having it. It makes the ride more electrifying.
You're right. You're right. And it kind of ruined my hair, but it was better. Okay. Okay. So Louder Than Life was badass. I can't even tell you how many badass experiences I had at Louder Than Life. But man, it is now. Are you ready? Is now ranked as the #1 rock festival, biggest rock festival in the United States. It was insane. The crowds were insane. It was so much fun. Like, I couldn't even believe how much fun I had. Louder Than Life, Aftershock. You have your work cut out for you because I love Aftershock, one of my favorite Danny Wimmer festivals. But after Louder Than Life, you have your work cut out for you to do better. I also got a front of the house wristband from somebody from production and got to be in the front of the house, which if you don't know what front of the house is, that means right in front of the stage for Bring Me the Horizon, who closed out the whole festival, who I love, love, love too. There were so many great bands that played. So what everybody needs to do is they need to check out all the interviews when they come out from Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life. You can go check out now the Bloodstock interviews, but there's some funny shit going on in some of the interviews. I'm just going to say there's some secret eggs in the interview. Okay, so you have to listen carefully. That's why I don't have Rebel doing my interviews, because she still wouldn't know, because she wouldn't listen carefully. She would just copy and paste. But, there was something, I was trying to think of something before it. Somebody did sing a Pipeman song on one of the interviews. That happens quite often. They all love to find out, about the Pipeman. We had some great, great interviews. There was something I was going to talk about, but I can't remember right now. Maybe I'll remember after we do this, because Juan, now it's time that we're approaching the end of the show, that I want to do the dedication that Rob Flynn did. And I saw him at Louder Than Life, and I walked up to him in the Media Artist Lounge, and I just walked up to him. I've never met him before, never interviewed him. And I just said, man, I want to thank you for that dedication you did to Michelle Kerr, because that was the most amazing thing ever. And she was a great person. And he goes, yeah, she was the best. And then I shook his hand, and I'm like, that's all I wanted to say. While other people were trying to get pictures from him and stuff like that, I didn't want a picture, I didn't want an autograph. I just wanted to let him know, thank you for paying homage to one of the greatest people to heavy metal. And now, right here on the Adventures of Pipeman, we're going to also pay homage to one of the greatest people in heavy metal. Hit it, Juan. It's somebody's random recording, so it might not be that great, but it's worth it. Maybe fast forward it a little bit past whatever this is.
Well, it looks like it's about to start.
Yeah, there you go.
How you doing, friends? Oh, I said, Bloodstock, how are you doing, friend? It feels so good to be back right now, man. It feels so good to be standing on this stage. Was anybody here when we played here 3 years ago, a secret show over in the tent? Yeah! That was some crazy shit, man. That was some crazy shit. So we are very, very grateful to be invited back to the Bloodstock stage once again, man. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us, everybody. Turn the gate down. The gate's cutting it up. We're going to play a sad song for you, all right? And I haven't told this story for the whole tour, but I'm going to tell a story tonight. I'm going to put up a picture of my friend Michelle Kerr up on the screen right there. If you do not know, Michelle Kerr was my press officer for my entire fucking career here in the UK. My entire career with Machine Head. She recently passed away, and it was a very, very sad day. And I can tell you the reason that I'm going to tell this story is because she was family. She was Bloodstock family. She was heavy metal UK family. Most of the bands that you know and love, you probably heard of because of that woman right there. Slipknot, Slayer, Machine Head, Trivium, Killswitch Engage, Hatebreed, you name it. She helped lift everybody up, man. She helped lift everybody up in so many ways. She helped make this entire music scene, this incredible, beautiful community that lives here at Bloodstock, man. She helped make it. So ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Michelle Kerr. And I tell you what, this really isn't the politically correct thing to say, but where I'm from, she was what's known as a badass bitch. She was a bad motherfucker, Bloodstock. I tell you what, she could drink every single dude under the fucking table right here. Oh yeah, I tapped out with her a couple of times. I'm like, too much. All right, you win. She was loyal. She was strong. She was smart. She was so fucking passionate about metal. She was so passionate about rock music. And I tell you what, it was a very great loss. And I, personally, especially knowing her for 30 fucking years, was very sad. And so, I'm going to tell you why I'm playing this song for her. Because when I wrote this song, I was in a really, really dark place. Maybe the darkest moment of my life. And I tell you what, you know, I always imagined that when I played this song live, it would be some kind of emotional outlet of grief that we could all sing along for whatever sadness or whatever anger or whatever hatred or whatever thing we felt. I wrote this part that went,
Okay, that's good, Juan. So, it's Rosh Hashanah. Fix us, Juan. Thank you. It's Rosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we do mourn the people that have left this earth. We do a mourner's Kaddish. And I'm dedicating this show today to the memories of my bro, Mark Abramson, my grandson, Ash, and Michelle Kerr, all within 3 days, all within a short period of time of each other that we're paying homage to. And I dedicate this show to them. And I thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for listening. Check out all the interviews on Pipeman Radio. Well, Pipeman Radio is my socials, but if you go to the Adventures of Pipeman on any podcast outlet. You'll be able to check out the all the interviews. There's more coming. And then we're going to be at Aftershock. There's going to be more of that. And thanks for being here. Next week, we have a very special show you're going to tune into with Nanette Bartow, who is the Zodiac Killer expert. And it's a very special show because there's somebody she knows that is wrongly convicted, sitting in prison right now. And that show is going to be dedicated to that person because there's powers that be that are keeping somebody innocent in prison, and we're going to help to free them. Just like I wore my shirt that said Free Silly Goose, because you'll have to Google that, why we're freeing Silly Goose. But it's a shirt with a mugshot of Jackson from the band Silly Goose, who played at Louder Than Life. And that's dedicated to him too. So thanks for being here. Thanks to my pipe nuts. And roll it, Juan.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.